Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Now guys, in today's video I'm just going to be basically highlighting those parts of me, those parts of my life that I have always felt insecure about. Yes guys, like it or not guys, your girl has had her fair share of insecurities in the past, maybe even in the present, and I'll be sharing that with you guys today. Now if this is something that you'll be interested in seeing, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'll be highlighting a lot of the things that I have been insecure about concerning me, my body and everything from when I was a kid up until now. And yeah, let's just get right into it, okay? So the very first thing that I would say that I have been insecure about, which concerns my life, which concerns everything, is my height. Guys, I have been insecure about my height for the longest time, right from being a child down to being a teenager and sometime into young adulthood. Okay, I always thought I was so tiny. I always thought that I was too short. Short was the word at the time I used to describe myself. But the moment my mom told me back then, I don't even know how old I was when Mopsy told me this thing. Mommy, if you are watching, but she told me something. She said, appreciate the way you look, appreciate how tall you are. I don't see it as you being short. I see it as how tall you are. Appreciate how tall you are, because you will not understand and you will not love it until you're in your 30s. And I completely agree with her. Now that I'm in my 30s, I completely agree with her, because there are so many times that, you know, I see people meet me for the very first time, and then when I tell them I'm in my 30s, they're like, what? You don't even look it. Probably because I'm petite, I'm smallish, in my mom's words, petite. Okay, so yeah, I think that is one of the very first things I used to be very insecure about, because I just felt like I wasn't tall, I just was short, you know. But now my mother calls it petite, and I have agreed that it's petite, and petite is sexy. Okay, because it doesn't matter how old you are, petite will always look, you know, nice and cute. And I'm happy that I am petite now. I have gotten to understand and appreciate it, just like she told me to many years ago. So yeah, that's one of the very first things. Okay, the second thing that I have been insecure about myself, like it or not, is my complexion, especially as I was a growing child. Because as I was a growing child, guys, I was born in Lagos and I grew up in Lagos. We left Lagos when I was about 10 years old, 9 going on 10 years old. And I used to be teased a lot for my complexion back in school, back in primary school. I was teased about it, I was bullied about it when I was much younger. Looking back now, I don't even know why, because there are a lot of mixed race kids. I'm not saying I look mixed race, but you get the drift. There are a lot of mixed race kids, you know, schooling in Nigeria, maybe whose parents are like expatriates and stuff. I was teased, guys. I was teased for being as fair as I am. I remember very well the names I used to be called when I was in primary school. I was called names like Afi. Yeah, I was called names like Afi. I don't know if Afi means albino or albino. I don't know how it's pronounced. I call it albino sha. I don't know if Afi means albino in a particular Nigerian language, but I used to be called Afi. Imagine being 4, 5, 6, 7 years old and having your classmates tease you Afi. It was the most annoying thing, and it made me feel very insecure. And I at some point wanted to be dark skinned like other kids. I used to be called Oyibo, and then the way they said the Oyibo is in a derogatory manner, you know. Not now. Somebody calls me Oyibo now, I only with my chest, okay? But back then, being a kid, when your classmates call you Oyibo, they call it with a face, Oyibo. You know, it used to be like the most annoying thing ever. Moving on to secondary school, I had a particular teacher. I think I've actually highlighted this in one of my videos, but I had a particular teacher call me unfortunate European. Yeah. Yep, it was funny at the time. People used to find it very funny. My classmates in secondary school would be like, oh, that's so funny. But it wasn't funny to me at all. Unfortunate European means, oh, you're supposed to be a European because of your complexion, but you're so unfortunate that you had to be a Nigerian, that kind of thing. So those were the names I was called growing up, because of how fair I am. And like it or not, I only started to appreciate my complexion when I got into the university, when it was somewhat I don't know how to say it now. It was somewhat a nice thing, to be fair, you know, when I got into university, and you know, you were more attractive in quotes, and people used to, you know, so that was when I actually began to like appreciate my complexion when I got into university. And of course, right now you can't tell me nothing. I'm fair, I'm cute. See, people are looking for our skin complexion out there. People are looking for ways to be fair, which I don't, of course, which I do not support. I mean, I'm a firm believer of love the skin that you are in, appreciate how God made you. Do not, you know, try to make your skin look lighter or brighter than, you know, the way you look. So I'm not in any way trying to endorse looking like Alma, but I'm just trying to say that I got to appreciate my skin more as I got older, my skin color. I've had people actually tell me in the past, oh my God, you have to be half caste, and there's no way you are not half caste / mixed race. There is no way both your parents are Nigerian. Every time I tell people that, those people who I meet for the very first time, they don't believe that I am full Nigerian. They always believe that I have some sort of mixed blood somewhere, but that's not the case. But that's it basically about my complexion. But good enough to say that I actually love the way I look, and I appreciate it more now that I am older than when I was a kid and I was being teased about it. So yeah, the next thing that I would say that I used to be very insecure about were my legs. Because I am not tall, I always tend to believe that I have short legs. I'm looking at my legs right now, and I've always believed that I have short legs. And when I was in secondary school, my classmates used to tell me that I had yams. You know, that's, you know, flesh at the back of your leg. That's, you know, yeah, in secondary school, like, it was a thing if you had yams. They used to call it yams back in secondary school. I never really knew about it. I never really took notice of it until people started to point it out to me and say, Alma, you have yams, so I see your yams. And then in secondary school, it was a thing of jests. People would make jests of you if your legs were like that. Like if you had short legs and then you had yams. It made me feel so insecure because, you know, our wears then in secondary school, in boarding school, were mostly, you know, above the knee or on the knee. So there's no way your yams will not be exposed. We never really wore trousers in school as part of our daily wears, and mostly dresses. So it made me feel very, very insecure each time people will point out to me that I had yams. Even though right now, looking at my leg, I cannot even see the yams again. I cannot even see it, maybe when I wear dresses. But I think now it's just been normalized. Now nobody really cares. But then in secondary school, it was a thing, and it was really annoying being teased for having yams, or, you know, and that. So whenever I see you guys saying, oh my God, Alma, you have fine legs, I was like, whose leg is fine? These legs are fine. Are you sure you know what you're saying? These short legs with yams, people say it's fine. But anyways, yeah, to be honest, right now I really don't care. I'm much older. Nobody can tease me about my legs anymore. I can't say I love my legs, but I appreciate my legs more now, and I really don't care if anybody thinks that I have yams or not. So the next thing that I would say I'm really insecure about, this is not like insecure about it in my childhood or in my teenage years because they were not that big, but now are my arms. Like, I feel like I have the biggest Christian mother arms in the history of Christian mother arms. But that's what I think. A lot of people don't think so, but you can also attribute that into, of course, birthing a baby, being pregnant and birthing a baby, and just getting older, in quotes. You know, the more you get older, the tendency of, you know, you adding weight in different parts of your body. So I am really insecure right now about my arms. That is why I always wear things that cover my arms, long shirts or long sleeves or t-shirts, at least things that will cover me up to this place. At least most times I like to wear. I really don't like to wear things that, you know, I don't like to wear a lot of sleeveless things. That's why you guys hardly ever catch me wearing sleeveless stuff. I try to stay away from sleeveless outfits and wear stuff with sleeves or with short sleeves. Yeah, so my arms are really, they give me a bit of insecurity, but yeah, that's just a reality. Another thing would be my tummy, but that's obviously from motherhood and birthing a child. So I can't say I'm really insecure about my tummy. Again, that's another reason why I don't like to wear tight-fitting clothing. I love to wear loose stuff like what I'm wearing right now. I love to wear, you know, just free, nice stuff that I don't have to worry about my belly when I go out. If you check my wardrobe, you will see loose fitted clothing, but are still cute and are still chic. And yeah, I do have body shapers, I do have waist trainers, but to be honest, it's not every time you want to go through the stress of wearing a waist trainer. I cannot be going out to the restaurant to go and eat and waist train. It doesn't make sense. How will the food enter my stomach? Excuse me? So I rather free my belly and wear something that will not show the belly than do all of that. So yes, my arms, my belly, right now, my most insecure part of my body would be those two. Another thing that I would say that I am really, well, I don't think I am, I used to be really insecure about is my confidence. You guys may think that, oh my god, Alma, you're so confident right now, your confidence level is on a high. Thank you, but it hasn't always been like that. I used to lack confidence, especially when I was a child, when I was a kid. That could be as a result of bullying and teased for being as fair as I am. But remember in my last video I talked about my singing and how I knew I could sing. I didn't really think I was that good until, you know, much later. In primary school I used to be so shy. I used to have stage fright a lot in primary school. Like, I literally would climb the stage and my legs would be wobbling. I used to have horrible stage fright in primary school. I think I got around to dealing with that insecurity by the time I entered secondary school, but at primary school I didn't have that confidence at all. I don't forget a particular what is it called now, incident when I was in primary school. My class were performing on stage for one of our Christmas celebrations, Christmas carols things back then in Lagos, and we're all singing together. We're singing a song then for our class, and we climbed the stage, me and my best friend, but I got so scared and I got so shy that I literally almost pulled down my, I actually pulled down my classmate's pants, like her trousers. My best friend at the time, I pulled it down from behind because it was my way of dealing with the stage fright. Don't ask me how, don't ask me, Alma, why you did that. I was just a child, like I was just a kid, but it was my way of dealing with that overwhelming stage fright that I had at that time. I just pulled down her pants and just pretended like I didn't do anything. And she was just like, Alma, what are you doing? What is it? You know, back then being kids. But of course, as the years have gone by and as time has flown by, my confidence level is a bit up there. That does not mean that you tell me to come and talk somewhere now, I will not be scared or nervous. Definitely I would have the nerves kick in, but of course not like when I was a child. So yes, that is that about my confidence. And then the very last thing that I would say that I used to be insecure about, I would say used to, because I think I have dealt with that insecurity, is my feelings. Yes, I am a very emotional person, guys. Like it or not, I'm a Cancerian. My zodiac sign is Cancer, and if you know Cancerians, they are highly emotional beings. So I am very emotional, okay? Movies make me cry. The littlest of things that will not make a normal human being cry, Alma will cry because of that thing. Like, I am really emotional, and I used to be quite insecure about it because I felt people would think I'm a weakling because I cry over anything and everything. I used to always, you know, not want to show my emotion, and yeah, very emotional. And then one thing always stands out for me, I think how I dealt with that insecurity was, I think I've given you guys this story before. I've told you guys this story when I was leaving my 9-to-5 job and I was in my MD's office and she was calling me every name in the book. I made sure I did not cry in that office. I made sure no tear dropped from my eye in that office. Not because I was not sad. Like, the tears were just here. They were here like this. I was going to show it. I was thinking I was going to fall down from my eye any minute, any second. But I told myself, Alma, this woman will not see your tears today. And that's exactly what happened. Immediately I came out of that office and closed that door, the whole tears fell out. Like, it legit fell out, okay? And I think that was how I was able to deal with that insecurity, because I never wanted people to see me cry, but then I couldn't stop myself from crying at different opportunities and different times or different, you know, emotions. So yeah, I think I'm learning to deal with that insecurity. It doesn't mean that I'm no longer emotional. Of course, I am still emotional. I still cry like this. Sometimes Mia will just overwhelm me like this. Mia alone can overwhelm me like this. I'll just start crying, like bawling my eyes out. And of course, other things, you know. I think that's one insecurity that I don't mind still having. It's just a part of me, and I don't think it's something that I necessarily have to change for anybody or for anything. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching a really random video like this. I think somebody actually asked me to talk about something like this. One of those times I asked you guys to send me like your recommendations for like videos. Somebody actually told me to talk about your insecurities and how you deal with them. So hopefully this video has been able to like touch on that. And let me know in the comment section below also, guys, what are your insecurities? How are you dealing with your insecurities? And let's just talk, let's chat in the comments. I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
I don't know one single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me.